The mighty Paraná River in eastern Argentina, the longest river in South America after the Amazon. It's a waterway that Angel and Fernando know all too well. These two beekeepers travel 200 kilometers up and down the river several times a week to care for their bees. They were forced to move their 400 hives to remote islands to escape the impact of single-crop farming of soya, which is slowly taking over the country.
The bees were dying in huge numbers inside the hives, and so few of them were actually getting out to work in the fields. The beehives were dying and we were taking out shovels full of dead bees, and we couldn't understand why.
Angel and Fernando used to live in the Pampas, an area of fertile lands in Argentina's heartland. But single-crop farming of soya has almost doubled in that area over the last decade. Many of the soybeans are genetically modified and need lots of pesticides.
If you have pastures all around, you'll find natural flowers. So there's something to feed the bee. The bee looks for flowers and then it's possible to collect honey. But if we fumigate everything, do you know what happens when you harvest soybeans? You're left with dry lands where there's nothing left. Nothing.
Argentina is the world's second biggest exporter of honey, but according to UN figures, production dropped 30% from 2000 to 2012. Over the last 2 years, nearly 4,000 small apiculturists have shut down their hives and hundreds of others have moved elsewhere.
Agriculture has had the biggest impact on the drop in production and caused hives to be moved to other regions so that they can find the flowers necessary to produce honey and other products.
In the Paraná Delta, Angel and Fernando found an El Dorado for the bees. They now produce high-quality honey and export most of it, particularly to Algeria. But unfortunately, honey is no longer as profitable as it used to be.
We have to face the threat of international prices, internal costs, and the distance that we have to travel due to the location of the beehives.
Beekeepers now have to find new ways of making a living, like renting out hives in order to pollinate fruit trees. It's a profitable activity. A third of the world's food depends on pollination by bees, so it's crucial to allow the bees to gather pollen in peace.